What is up, everybody? It is Double Edge Cinema Podcast back here. I think we're going on episode 9, maybe? I don't know. But
I don't keep
anyway,
track. I just show up.
just show up, shows this beautiful face. Same here. So, what is going on, everybody? Ryan1988 or Justin back with my buddy TJ. TJ, how's it going tonight?
It's going.
I
I had
know it's.
very limited prep time for this episode tonight for the extra topic we threw on, but
I
I
did
got a
too.
bunch down, so we'll see how it goes.
I did too. I mean, we were talking about, what's up, Ashton? Look who is here already. Sup, bitches. How are ya?
Excuse
What's
me,
up,
sir. I
homie?
am offended by your fucking language.
Language. So, I am not, though. I am not. How are you doing, Ashton? But no, yeah, because we were at work today, and I was like, well, should we... I talked to you about, like, maybe we'll do Freakier Friday and do, like, our favorite comedies. And then I'm like, no, we watched another movie. You had never seen it. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I wanted you to watch it. So we're going to talk about that, too. And I was like, what can we title this episode? And it is Super Freaky Double Feature, because one is just a freaky, eerie ghost movie, and then the other one is just Freakier Friday. So, but anyway, so I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's having a great night, great day, great evening, wherever you are. I hope it's awesome. TJ, what's new in life?
Not a damn thing. I'm too busy to do anything new.
Same.
Just work one job, work another job, school, family. Pretty much the epitome of my life. Oh, I guess this shirt's kind of new. Deadpool Riding Unicorn.
I do like that shirt. Yeah, this one's new too. This is the Jason button shirt. So I'm gonna go golfing in it one day.
Yeah.
So
like a manly man.
Like a manly man. I'm grabbing my brewski and my wings type of manly man. So playing golf and stuff like that. So but anyway, tonight we are talking about a double feature, Witchboard, which is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, something that I remember renting from like a local mom and pop video store, and it freaked me out as a kid, and then watched it years later. I'd say it was like 07.
Mm-hmm.
I was in high school, and we rented the DVD, and again freaked me out. Like, I was like, this movie actually holds up really well.
Yeah.
And it is a movie that, like, for me, just I can watch it over and over and never get tired of it. And then the next movie we're going to talk about is Freakier Friday. But TJ had never seen Witchboard, and so I want your thoughts first. Let's talk about this. So what did you think of it? So
all right. So my first initial thought when you showed me the trailer was, this is going to be another corny 80s slasher movie with very cheap deaths, and which I guess the deaths kind of were a little low
80s.
budget. I mean, they were, which is par for the course. Exactly. But the story was different than I expected. Yeah. I overall I did like this movie. I wish that we had been able to watch the newer one.
Yes.
That way we compare it like we were initially going to. For those watching, we had talked about going to watch the new one because this is I guess rebooted.
Yep.
It's rebooted. It's in theaters right now, but it's in select theaters. So we were gonna have to drive like an hour and a half to see it at the closest theater, and just didn't do it. So we made fun. We had fun. We watched the original. I wish that we could compare a modern version of this movie compared to the old one, but I did overall really enjoy the old one. About 3/4 of the way through this movie, I thought I had pegged the story and how it was going to go, but I was completely wrong. I think the way that I depicted it might have been better, though, personally.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really. Well, I don't want to say too much because for people that haven't seen, I don't want to spoil anything.
True,
Uh,
true, because it's kind of an underrated gem.
this movie's been around for 40 years
We
though.
could talk about it. We could talk about it.
They haven't seen it. I guess it's kind of on them. But
Yep.
so the premise of this movie is, um, there's a couple that are together, and then the girl's ex-boyfriend has a Ouija board, brings it to a party, and they play with it. And the ex-boyfriend has frequent contact with the spirit of an 8-year-old boy. Well, unbeknownst to them, a evil guy had died in their house, and when they were trying to contact the 8-year-old boy, or was he 10?
10 years old. Yep.
10 years old. He was 10 years old. Correction. As they were trying to contact the 10-year-old boy, they were actually contacting this evil spirit, and he was kind of framing the boyfriend for the deaths of a bunch of people throughout the movie. And I thought for sure that he had somehow possessed the boyfriend and
Hmm.
actually killing people. And he was gonna, at the end, I thought he was gonna try to kill the girl, and the spirit of David, the little boy, was gonna like prevent it.
Somehow pop in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, I gotta tell you, everybody, TJ is really good with like predicting things, which is an awesome thing because sometimes I am not. So this was actually one of those rare times where you thought you saw something coming, and it kind of turned a little bit of a different twist with it. So
I've watched some movies and like predicted the end like within the first like 15, 20 minutes.
yeah, I'll say this with like, in my opinion, with like this decade, which is the 80s and like 70s and even 90s, you could predict more some movies more now than others. Like I think
Yeah.
Weapons, for example, is a movie that went a
Mm,
different direction. You thought it was going to be something else, and they totally went a
100%.
different. Yeah, but like with the 80s, and movies that were coming out like
Yeah.
Witchboard, um if you had never seen the movie before, like if it was a first time watch for you, like it surprises you. Like you
Yeah.
think it's going to be something else. It's the basic kind of haunted possession ghost story type of movie, but it does things different, and it takes some, you know, good surprises throughout the movie. Um I do want to talk about it because this is again just one of these movies that I I think I probably had rented the movie on VHS more than once. I lived in Oregon at the time, and when you walked in the video stores, this was a mom and pop video store that you didn't have to be 17 years old to rent these R-rated movies. They just let you rent them. They were like,
Yeah.
just rent whatever movie you want, unless it was like, you know, naughty stuff, X-rated stuff, which they did
Triple
not
X.
have. Yeah, they didn't have it in this video store, but the main selling point for me though was before you walked into the video store, they had a huge glass window, and one of their aisles that was showcased was the horror movie aisle. And I remember being like just in love with all the covers and like picking up the boxes and wanting to watch some of them. And my dad, as far as scary movies goes, he didn't like me to watch them too much. Like he was,
Mm,
there was a few like Child's Play we can watch and little bits like that, but my mom was a big scary movie fan. So it was a very rare thing when my mom would be like, no, you can't watch that. But Witchboard was a movie that I could watch. And yeah, again, loved it right away. I think this movie has still today, almost 40 years later, a really spooky atmosphere. I think it has a great eerie atmosphere to it, whether it's the music in the beginning of the film or the way that the director Kevin Tenney directed the movie, where you kind of see like the third point of view shot of like the spirit kind of floating throughout the house. I love how he directed that. Um, you have a great medium scene, which I find to be eerie at times. Maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the way it's directed. Um, and then like there's some great nightmare scenes. Like there's a scene still today that when I watch the film, I jump a little bit, and it's the scene in the movie where Linda, her main character, she's having a dream and she's in this hospital, and it's completely dark. No one's in there, but she's hearing this voice call her name. And she turns around the corner and she sees her reflection. Oh, what's up, guys? What's
That's funny
up?
to be in the stream today.
But she turns around the corner and she sees her reflection in this like window. And when she turns back around, she thinks everything's safe. There's the main villain, the main ghost there, chops her head off, and it's all like a dream sequence. And it, like the first time I saw it, and even when I rewatched it in 2007, it made me jump so hard. But besides the eeriness, I think the movie has great acting overall. Like I think our main three leads, especially, are great in this. Tawny Katane playing Linda. She was like from the White Snakes videos, and rest in peace to her. Like I know she passed away a few years ago, and I got to meet her, and it was such a privilege. And she signed my poster that's over there, my Witchboard poster. But she's great in it. She's a great lead. You really sympathize with her, like especially during the moments where she's being terrorized by this spirit. And then you have her husband or fiance in this, boyfriend Todd Allen, he plays Jim in the movie. And like, when you first meet him, like you're not, when you first watch the movie, you're not really sure if you're gonna like this character. He has this commitment issue of, telling Linda that he loves her. And then of course there's this tension between him and Brandon is played by Stephen Nichols from Days of Our Lives. And it gets more in depth because you find out that these two guys had this childhood friendship. And it kind of, their story arc develops as the movie goes on, and it throws you for some surprises with those characters towards the third act. And you got some emotional moments throughout this. So, but yeah, I love it. Great music, great soundtrack. One of my favorite 80s songs is called Bump in the Night, and it's the song that pretty much plays throughout part of this movie. And then at the end credit, it's just like 80s, rock ballad, and I love it. What's some other things you like about this?
I think the 80s would be such a good time to be alive for music because they had some of the best music.
100%. I agree with
that. For sure.
I agree. 80s is just for me, like just the decade for me that I just absolutely love. Yeah. Another character I want to mention, and I want your thoughts on this character. She's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite in this movie. But it's a character named Zarabeth, and she's the medium with like the rainbow spiky hair. She's the comedic relief of the movie for that brief moment that's in it.
That was what I was gonna say. She was a great character. She just was not in the movie for long enough.
No, but she had her great moments. Like I've never, like, before everything gets like serious and dark during the seance, she's like throwing all these like one-liners and jokes, and I love.
She was very eccentric, very lively. Yeah,
like when Jim first meets her, he's like, "Where did you find her? The circus?" And he's like, "You got to give her a chance. Give her a chance. Her head looks like a freaking rainbow." And I was just like, I love her. What was the line? She says, "Oh, I forgot my crystal ball." She's like, "Just a little psychic humor. I don't really have a crystal ball."
I love that you quote it like word for word.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Like I've seen this movie. Just because I can quote the movie over and over and over. I've seen it a lot throughout my life. It's just one of my favorite movies. But I love the seance scene. That's a very creepy moment. And then probably the scene after that is when Brandon, the friend of Tawny Katane's character, and like the ex-boyfriend, is taking this is the first sign that something's not right about David, and he's taking Zarabeth home, and she's kind of has her suspicions. She's like, was it David Portuguese? Was he 10 years old? And Brandon's like, yeah, he was 10 years old. And she goes back
And
to her house. And
she talks about how strong he was for being like so young.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was a real toughie. He must have taken his mega vitamins because he was a real toughie. I know, I'm so cheesy. But then you go to her house and music starts playing. She's digging through, she's investigating through her book. And that is one of the scariest scenes in the movie, just because of the way it's directed and the music throughout the scene, and the fact that this ghost or this spirit is following her throughout the house leading up to her death. Like you said, she's like one of the best things about the movie, and she doesn't have a lot of screen time though. But loved her. I learned what was it? Tata for now. TTFN was.
TTFN, yeah.
Just top for now. But anyway, so I'm glad you got to watch this movie.
Though. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Yeah. It's again one of my just favorites. I love watching the movie during the fall season. It's kind of has like that perfect spooky atmosphere. If there's things that I can nitpick about the movie, which I can't nitpick a lot about it because I love it, but when we were watching it, we kind of all got a chuckle. It was the scene. It was right at the end where Jim goes flying through the window, and he just this back fall thing.
Yeah.
And, the way that they filmed it was they filmed it to where he was laying on a teeter-totter. Mm-hmm. And they would film at him falling back, and he's waving his hands. That's probably the only moment in this movie, me personally, where I'm
a little over the top on the cringe side.
Yeah, just a little over the top. Yeah. Just the way, the fall was just kind of hysterical though, because it was there's not a lot of movement except for the hands and maybe the head moving back and forth. Trying to think of some other great things about the movie, because I love it. What'd you think of he didn't have a lot of screen time?
I have one too.
Okay.
The buddy that brought the Ouija board, the one who got from Days of Our Life. Whenever he got it, it showed the ghost hitting him in the forehead with an axe, and this big old indent on his forehead. But then when he came out of the water, there was no indent. There was just a little bit of blood running down the side of his face.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't do it. If it's the 80s, they were like, let's just wrap this. No.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. I'll tell you that. The first time I saw it, I did not expect him to die.
Yeah, and it was one of the 2 murder, or I guess 3 murder scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, there's not a lot of murder scenes in the movie. The other one is Lloyd, which is Jim's best friend in the beginning, where they're working on this construction site, and this wall, this plaster wall, is that what it is? Not plaster. What do you?
Yeah, it was drywall.
Drywall. Yeah. Falls on him and pretty much just crushes him, and he dies. But I like Lloyd. Lloyd was another character that I was I wish we would have had more Lloyd in this movie, but he died too quick in the film. But yeah, there's something else I wanted to tell you about it.
Yeah, you were gonna say something that I interrupted, I think, a little bit.
It's okay. It'll probably pop back in my head after we're done. But yeah, this is for me, just a great 80s staple horror movie that I think the scares still hold up really well. It's not gonna be the Exorcist standard scares, or it's not gonna be top 10 scariest movies where you can't fall asleep or anything like that. But for an 80s film that's almost 40 years old, I think it's pretty creepy and pretty eerie. And
yeah, overall, I did enjoy this movie. It was pretty solid.
Oh, I know it. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, and we don't know too much about him. But Mouth Vador, the villain in this, the villain that you find out, what do you think of? There's not really much you could think about Mouth Vador except his presence. But what did you think of the character Mouth Vador?
I think we got a comment. I think that is probably my one big complaint about this movie is they didn't really flesh him out at all. They didn't give us a reason for him being bad, really, and we really didn't get. Even if they just did like a flashback to explain like he was a serial killer or something, they just didn't really give us anything.
The only thing that you see is like when Jim. Oh, by the way, hopefully I'm saying this. Is it? How do you pronounce
Juan Harrington?
How are you doing today, Juan? But Juan says, I was 10 when Witchboard came out, and I remember wanting to see it in theaters, but didn't see it until it came out on video. It terrified me, and to this day, its creep factor remains intact. I agree with that. Like, the creep factor is still there, and I think it's just that music, like it's like a... Not piano. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a very.
It's like when you listen to the Goosebumps theme song.
Yes.
You immediately think of just spooky.
Yes, and that's what this has. Like you can, like if I can find like on Halloween night, like you know how you play Halloween music outside the house.
Yeah.
Like if you can find this on repeat, that's what this sounds like. And I think it was Kevin Tenney's brother who did the music to the film. So like he did the whole thing, and yeah, it's so creepy. But again, you got those dreams that are pretty eerie. There's more than one dream in this. There's another dream where Linda's walking up her apartment complex up the stairs, and she enters a room and there's a coffin there. And like when she gets close to the coffin, the hands like grab her neck. That was a good like jump scare moment if you had never seen the film. And then the scene where she realizes that David's kind of a dangerous person. She thinks it's a kid at first. Yeah, not David.
Yeah, not David.
But where she is, she's like, I'm going to stop playing the board and going to put it away. And he pretty much threatens her by flying a knife on the ground, and like a thing of ketchup falls and it's like landing on the knife. Creepy little moments like that. Like things like that are just so good in this movie. I never, like, I watched this movie, and I've seen other movies with witch boards or Ouija boards, but I never wanted to, like, I've never played with one of these boards, and I don't plan to. Like, it's like, creepy. Like, I don't want to mess with that stuff. Like, I'm like, it could be real, it cannot be real, but look, I'd be that person that I would play the board and the thing would go after me, and I'm like, heck no, 100%. I'm not going to do that. Hey, Megan, what's up? Megan, how are you? Megan's watched Witchboard with us.
What's up, you sexy beast?
How's it going, Megan, my awesome friend? What do you think of a Witchboard, Megan? What were you going to say? I interrupted you.
Nothing, you good.
But I did want to say, we do want to watch the remake. Like, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this remake. It took like 2 years for I think they announced the movie 2 or 3 years ago, and I think it got shelved for a little bit. But like from what I'm hearing mixed to negative things, but like on Rotten Tomatoes, for the longest time I had a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got like a 68 now, so that's not bad for like a horror movie remake. So I do want to see that. And Megan said she liked it. I'm glad you liked it, Megan. It's a spooky little fun horror movie to watch, and I absolutely love it. So
I think the 80s was honestly like kind of prime time for horror movies too, really.
It was. You had like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th,
Halloween.
Like Child's Play came out.
I was getting there, so I couldn't remember if Child's Play. I knew it was either late 80s or like early 90s.
It was 88. This year it turns 37, like me, bro. I'm getting old. So,
Grandpa,
back in the day, type of stuff like that.
Back in the day, we watched horror movies about dolls.
We watched horror movies about dolls that chase kids around the house and terrorize 6-year-olds in movies. That's what was happening back in the day.
In all seriousness, like Child's Play was my go-to when I
gosh,
was a
mine too.
kid, and it probably shouldn't have been because he literally is the only serial killer that goes after kids.
Yes, I know, and
But
like is not
yeah,
afraid to kill them.
yeah.
Like he will go after, and if anybody gets in his way, he will kill them.
Have you watched the Chucky TV show?
I've seen parts of it. Like
Oh my gosh,
I've watched
it's
season
good.
1. I need to
It's
finish it.
good, and without spoiling too much, like Andy comes back, like yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's I've not watched. We've not watched season 4 yet. We need to get around to doing that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Child I liked also Child's Play too. Did you remember that one where they're in the factory at the end of the movie and
hmm
like all the
yeah,
Chucky
yeah,
dolls are there? Yeah.
yeah.
That one got me. I think we've talked about this. I had a my I still have the My Buddy dolls like put away in boxes because my dad keeps everything, which is nostalgic. I like it. But I had a My Buddy doll, and the first one I ever had reminded me of Chucky, and I kept throwing it away. And my parents kept bringing the damn thing back into the house, and I was like, no, like I was like, no way. Did you have a doll? Or I think you remember telling me like you
Yeah,
had something
yeah.
that resembled a Chucky doll.
I had an actual Chucky doll because I watched the movie so much, but it was so but like I had very frequent like night terrors until I was probably like 12 or 13, and they were
Mm,
always about Chucky.
mm,
Always. And I watched, but I couldn't. I loved the movie. I don't know why. Like all three of them. And my mom
mm.
bought me a doll, and my older cousins you would terrorize the shit out of me with that doll. Yeah,
Oh gosh, it was. I mean, it was a that was that prime for all this stuff. Was like those
for
My
sure.
Buddy dolls came out and everything. Another movie, and Jawan said, me too. Yes, Chucky was a scary SOB. That's all I'll say. I'll
Yeah,
try not to
for sure,
cuss
for
too
sure.
much, but um, another '80s movie. Speaking just '80s movies, Megan loves this. I love this. I think you love it.
I know where
Return
you're
of the Living
going
Dead.
already. Oh no, that's not where I thought you were going. Okay.
What were we gonna talk about? Which
I
one?
thought I thought you were gonna say Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, well, that was gonna be my other one. I love
Yeah,
Sleepaway Camp. That
yeah,
was great. And the
for
sequels.
sure.
Have you seen
Yeah,
all of those Sleepaway Camp movies?
yeah.
You have? Okay.
All
Like
three of them. Yeah.
I love that like the 2 and 3 are like a lot more campier than the first one.
But for the record, though, I had never heard of them until I started dating Megan, which I mean, now it's now been 16 years, but yeah, she introduced me to them.
Yeah. That would be a fun little stream to
Mm.
talk about the Sleepaway Camp movies.
Yeah, maybe we could get Megan in on it.
Megan, don't you need to come on this?
Megan!
You're a fan of these. So, but yeah, those were great. Those were good. The Blob from the 80s. Like my list can go on. Like
Yeah, for sure.
80s movies in general, like not just horror movies, but the 80s in general. You had Die Hard, you had so many great movies, and so yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing great, Juan. That's I'm happy about that. So thank you for joining in on our chat. So I appreciate that, bud. Um, what are some 80s movies that you love? And yes, Megan says I do love them. LOL. I love them too. The Sleepaway Camp movies are
Pretty
great.
much, which of course I've probably not seen a ton of 80s movies. I wasn't even alive. But pretty much like all the slasher movies are good. You can't really go wrong with a slasher. Um,
Exactly.
But some of my favorites, obviously, I've talked about it multiple times, is the Karate Kid franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Karate Kid.
Yep.
I introduced you to The Outsiders.
Loved
That's
it.
another fantastic movie. But you also had like the earlier Terminator movies, Predator,
Oh
Aliens.
gosh.
Like the list kind of goes on and on. It's like you said, it's really something you can just talk about like all day long.
You can, and like you don't like. I don't know how you think about like.
And
Well, you what?
the fact that those are movies that they're still making today. Like there's still Alien movies, there's still Predator movies, there's still Chucky movies, there's still Jason
It goes
Voorhees
on.
movies. Like it just goes on and on because it's so like classic and iconic and so good.
I
You just can't
know,
help it. It's an easy
and
money bag, honestly.
it is, and you have these villains that people just know, like 40 years later,
Yeah.
like they were.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's 50 years old. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy to think that.
Yeah.
Halloween's gonna be 50. Like Michael Myers is a character
Mm-hmm.
that people know. Like you
It's
don't
just
have.
iconic.
Yeah, and you don't have to see all the Halloweens or all the Freddy Nightmare movies or anything like that to know who these characters are. Yeah, it's iconic, and like you said, they're just living on now through either TV shows or other movies or remakes, whatever. Like these characters will live on, and they'll probably live on. Even I don't like to be morbid, but even after this old timer right here is gone, so this elder here, this elder. Um, and Jawan says, yes, Tennis Michael Tenney did the music for this and Night of the Demons. Which have you ever seen Night of the Demons?
I'm not.
That's the same director who did Witchboard. We'll have to watch that.
Cool.
It's a good Halloween movie. Like it's a good like fun Halloween movie. But anyway, so and then I do want to talk about Sleepaway Camp for a minute. So the first time I ever saw this movie, I had no idea what I was expecting. All I wanted was the cool DVD box set with the red cross on the front. And I was like, I don't know what these movies are. I've heard of these briefly, but I want to see them. And I remember watching the movie and getting to the end of the film and just like my mouth dropped. That's still one of the best horror movie endings out there.
I'm showing you.
There you go. That's it. That is
DVD box set with the cross.
Oh my gosh, that is
if you open it up, it's actually literally like a what's it called, a first aid kit.
Yeah,
and you open it up and it's got like salve and like bandages and stuff like that. But
that's
yeah,
so cool.
So
I love that. So what did you think of the? What were we gonna say?
I will say I've watched these movies one time each, and it was 12, 13 years ago, like 14 years ago, maybe even.
Yeah.
I don't remember them a ton. I obviously remember the crazy reveal at the end of the first one.
I was going to ask you about that.
It caught me off guard. I will say that.
One of the best horror movie endings.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I love it. Wait till you get my age. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm going to be 40 in
how old are you, Juan? How about that? Before
yes,
we go
how old are you? If you don't mind just asking, because
I mean, in all honesty, in your profile picture, from what I can see of it, you honestly look like you're like 25.
Yeah,
take that as a compliment, if you will.
That is a compliment, because I don't even look like I'm gonna be 40 in 3 years.
That beard game is on point.
It is on point. I like the beard, so the beard is awesome. But I am going to be 40 in a few years, and I don't feel it right now. Some days I feel it, like with my knees and everything, but
I'm 33 and I feel 80.
Actually, the closest I feel is probably like 70s, maybe like late 70s. Like I feel like I'm going to be like, if you've ever seen Golden Girls, I feel like I'm going to be Sophia from the Golden Girls, like the old grandma.
Never watched the episode.
You've never seen Golden Girls? Oh my gosh.
I mean, obviously I know what it is, but I've never seen an episode.
I'm going to be that person that goes, Sicily, something, picture this. Like, that's going to be me. Like today, I was like, I told TJ, I said, respect your elders. And you were like, you're 3 years older than me. Like, what are you talking about? I thought it was funny. But speaking of
you were potty training when I was shitting my diaper.
That's true. Oh my gosh, that's great. But segueing to the next topic, this was fun. So I'm glad you got to watch Witchboard. I love talking 80s movies. I love 80s comedies, by the way. I'm a huge fan of like Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay. Well, I guess I've seen a few of them, yeah.
License to Drive.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is that what it's
called? Yep. Yeah. Breakfast Club. Like
Breakfast Club's so good. Megan put me onto that one.
Did you, Megan? I am so proud of you.
I mean, obviously I had heard of it, but I'd never watched it until we got together.
Have you ever seen Pretty in Pink?
I know what it is, but I've never watched it.
It's in the lines of Breakfast Club. You would love it, or you would like it. You like Breakfast Club. You would like.
I'd watch it. I'm not opposed.
Okay, so
I'll try anything.
I
Movie-wise.
know. So she says because I have great taste, and Megan, I agree. You have great taste.
Of
We're gonna
course
have
you do. You married me.
There you are, Megan. So we're gonna have we've declared we're still gonna have our white chicks and hot chicks movie marathon night. So the dress reveal. She has seen Pretty in Pink. The dress reveal in Pretty in Pink was sad, lol. It wasn't the best dress that Molly Ringwald had in the movie, but like, I can't sew worth darn. And so like if you gave me something to try to make out of something, I couldn't do it. But fun fact. Okay.
And Pretty in Pink, are they going to like prom?
Yes. So you have seen the movie.
I have seen this movie. I was genuinely thinking it was there's like a movie about a blonde lady that's like a lawyer.
Oh,
Miss Congeniality, maybe?
No, was it? Oh gosh, Working Woman or something like that. No, Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde.
That's what it was.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
No,
I
have
seen Pretty in Pink. Actually, I may be wrong, but I think Megan and Mike maybe watched that one too.
Pretty in Pink's amazing. Oh my gosh.
That one was a good movie.
What makes me sad at the end of the movie, and this is because it's a little fun fact that I'm about to throw in. So at the end of the film, you have her friend Ducky, and like, he's, kind of like an outcast in the school. I hate to use the word nerd. I was a nerd in high school. And like you think she's gonna end up with him, and like, they're gonna be together when he arrives at the prom, and she still winds up with the main guy.
The jock.
I'm trying to remember the actor's name. I'm drawing a blank. I know his name, and I'm just like, phew. But Robert Downey Jr. was originally cast as her friend in the movie. And so he dropped out for some other project. And that's when they got the actor who played Ducky in the movie, Jon Cryer.
Was it Red Dawn by chance?
It might have been Red Dawn. But so in the script, yes. So she ends up with Ducky. Robert Downey Jr. gets cast in it. And then when he drops out, Molly Ringwald was like, well, I don't think that, not word for word, but it's in a documentary where she said that it would not be believable that she would, be in a relationship, like a romantic relationship with Ducky. So they threw that twist in there where they still remain friends, but she still winds up with the popular guy, the jock in school. So, little fun fact: Robert Downey Jr., future Iron Man, was going to be in this movie. So, but yeah. But anyway, on to our next topic and our next movie. It is Freakier Friday. Woohoo! I know, you're so excited. You're so Megan, I love this movie too. Megan's watching right now. So
yeah, Megan probably should do this second half of the segment. Okay, so
talk about it. I want your
going in. So I did like the original. I do like this new one. It is a decent movie. It's a good sequel. I just was not its target audience. That's my only thing. This was a chick flick through and through. It was pretty much a direct continuation. This definitely, which makes sense. It was definitely aimed for more of a younger audience, I think, a little bit as well. Yeah. Based on the dynamic with it pulled from a lot of nostalgic factors from the original and other Lindsay Lohan movies as well. Yeah. And then, but the main chorus, I guess, was the two girls fighting. I guess is really the big thing. Yeah. It was good. It was funny. I just don't think it was for me. That's it. That's really all I have to say. I don't have too much to say about it.
That's fine. I, however, saw this. I think it was the same weekend, or I saw it like a week later.
A week later, yeah.
We had to postpone it. And I loved it. Like I was like, don't hype yourself up too much, Justin. Going into the movie, you might not love it. And I walked out with a smile on my face, and I was like, I love this movie. Like, I found the movie to be super entertaining. I found it to have a great story, lots of heart. Like there's some good emotional moments in the film. Um, I loved the nostalgia that this movie had. Like for me, like it's great for a newer audience who have never seen the original, or maybe they just watched it for the first time. But like if you grew up in the 2000s and this Disney era, whatever movie it was, it could be like the Disney Channel original movies, or like Princess Bride, or not Princess Diaries, Freaky Friday, all these movies. Like it just had that nostalgia. And I was like, I love this. Like I am here. Like I was the only one that walked in the theater. I think half of them were also, just mothers and their daughters seeing this. And I was like in the front row with my popcorn, like, this gay is here to watch Freakier Friday, and I'm stoked. um and I think they also made it for the gays, and I was like, I'm sold, I'm here, so let's go. But love the music, very nostalgic. You had a lot of Britney.
Yeah, I love that they kept all the original cast members. They got all of them to return.
Yeah.
And I love that they kept was it Blackpink? Because that was the name of their band.
Black Slip, yeah.
Black Slip,
Pink
yeah.
Slip,
Pink Slip, yeah. I love that they kept the name and they actually showed like her band becoming successful after the events of the first movie, and I guess it did say they broke up. I was going to say I kind of thought it was weird how she was like this big famous musician. The band broke up, and then like
she became a mother.
Like I feel like if your parent is like a huge musician, that you're just automatically going to be like popular in school, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. And she like departed the band after she became a mother. I'm like, girl, do your thing, rock out, you're fine. So you can be a mother and be a musician.
Well, traveling and everything, like
the traveling part's the hardest part. Yeah,
especially without the husband or boyfriend or whatever in the picture.
True.
That would be hard. That would be hard to do with a kid.
That's the hardest part about it. Yeah. I don't have a child, so but yeah, that would be the hardest part. I think she even said it in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she rocked it at the end, because without giving too much away, like they have a really good finale where they're all Pink Slip is jamming again and playing some of their iconic music. And there's a new song by Lindsay Lohan, which, tugged at my heart a little bit when I watched it. I guess talk about the performances. Like I'm a Jamie Lee Curtis fan. Love my Curtis. Laurie Strode, Halloween. Like that will always be the character that I connect her with, though, is Laurie Strode. She's been in a lot of great movies and shows, but like that character for me will always be Jamie Lee Curtis. She'll always be connected to that the most. But I love her in this. Like I thought she did a great job. She brought her A game to it. She was hilarious, like in this film, like the scene where she's trying to seduce, not seduce, but like maybe like, or no, it's in the record store where she's like laying on the ground and like Chad Michael Murray still has a thing for her. Like she's just having fun in this movie, like having a great time. Like I love Jamie.
I think the cast did great. The only peeve I had was when they swapped bodies. The one younger girl was British.
Yeah.
And whoever swapped into her body spoke with a British accent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's how an accent works.
I feel like you
add more to the person's like thought pattern.
I guess so.
Then
it was Jamie's character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Lindsay Lohan. I just love Lindsay Lohan, and I feel like this is such a great comeback.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say. When we left the movie, I was telling Megan that I was like she had a dark period.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad to see her healthy and thriving again.
Yes, me too.
So,
she's in a happy place. I was talking to a friend, like she's married, she has a child, like she's just in a happy place in her personal life, and like she's thriving with like this movie and so many other things. And I just loved her in this. And again, like Jamie Lee Curtis, I thought she was really funny in this movie.
Yeah.
Like again, I go back to the Chad Michael Murray scene where the girls are trying to like they're trying to seduce him, and she's standing on the records like with like trying to like bite her lip and everything and trying to be seductive, and it's coming out like super
like,
corny.
I'm really bad at this. It's like, yeah, you look like you're having a stroke. You're awful at it.
I thought that stuff was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like it's so crazy. Like just in general talking about this, like think of like how in 20 years how like much has changed, and you look at like Lindsay Lohan or some of the people that we grew up with, and we're like, wow, like it's just within a blink of an eye, it's like 20 years later, and we're still watching these people on our screen. And I don't know. I think about stuff like that all the time. So, but
You know
and then
who I really hope? I hope Amanda Bynes bounces back.
me too. Me too.
Yeah,
I loved Amanda Bynes. I still
for
love
sure.
her movies and her shows and everything.
For sure.
I loved All That. Did you watch All That where she was
Mhm.
on? And then the Amanda
All that, the Amanda
Show.
Show. She's the Man.
I love She's the Man.
She's
I
the
was gonna
Man.
ask.
That's a great comedy movie, which is gonna fit the second half of the show here.
Yeah. That's oh my gosh, that's such a great movie right there. Like I wasn't sure if you had seen it or not, but I love it's one of my favorite comedies.
The Big Fat Liar with her and Frankie Muniz.
Yes,
That's
another
that's
one.
Another good one. Yeah,
Frankie Muniz. You know, we don't see him a lot anymore.
Yeah,
but they're doing their. Did you watch Malcolm in the Middle when you were younger?
a little bit, yeah.
They're reviving that. He's coming back there for that revival. So, but that was a great one. Chad Michael Murray. Speaking of the Chad, the man, you know, coming from a gay guy here, I was like he is hot. Like he is still gorgeous and probably even ages like fine wine. Like I was like, this guy right here. I was like, I loved him. What a Girl Wants. That's a good one, Megan. Amanda Bynes. What a Girl Wants. That's a great movie too. But Chad Michael Murray, like, you know, this Freaky Friday. I know I've never seen all of One Tree Hill, but I remember him from A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. What are some movies you never seen it?
I mean, I know it, but I've never watched it.
Oh Megan's my gosh!
Watched it a few times.
I see a double feature happening. I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that one, Justin.
I'm kidding with you. That one I could just watch and like have popcorn and eat by myself and watch the movie. What are some movies from like that time period that you just remember loving, like from the 2000s? Do you have anything that like sticks out?
2000s. I don't even.
Did you ever watch like you talked about Big Fat Liar, which was a great one.
Agent Cody Banks was a good one. I watched Agent Cody Banks a lot. Like
that was
a lot.
Good. That was
like
good.
My favorite movie.
Those were great ones. I remember Disney Channel having a lot of great movies and shows. Did you ever watch like Phantom? You what?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're talking like I think those were a little bit early, like Phantom of the Megaplex.
Yeah.
Under Wraps.
Oh, that was good.
Megan will probably kill me for not saying the Lizzie McGuire movie.
I love the Lizzie.
Not my cup of tea, but Megan is a big fan of it.
These are what dreams are made of. Yeah.
Shrek, Incredibles.
Yeah.
I'm cheating a little bit here. Let's be honest. The Pacifier. With
that's fun. I saw that in theaters.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Holes is top. It's up there.
I've only seen it once.
Oh, dude, that movie's so good with Shia LaBeouf.
I need to watch it again. I need to revisit that movie. Herbie Fully Loaded.
Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, Herbie was good. The Scooby-Doo movies.
Yes, those are great movies there. Those are great movies. I love watching them around October.
This one popped up, and I didn't know what year it was from, but it's called Catch That Kid.
Yes, that was a good one.
And it's got Kristen Stewart in it, and they like rob a bank and then use like go-karts to get away.
I do remember.
I can't remember if it was a bank, but they robbed something. Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yep. Oh, Cheaper by the Dozen was so good. Yours, Mine, and Ours. Do you remember that one? It was like sort of like Cheaper by the Dozen, not as loved, but I remember liking that one. Smart House.
Did you ever see Smart House? I do remember Smart House.
That was good. They had a lot of great sports related movies on the Disney Channel. Like
Yeah. Sky High was really good. That's probably
that
one
was
of my
good.
all-time favorite movies.
I'm looking some up too. There was one, and I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Pixel Perfect.
That was good.
Yeah. With the dude that played Phil from Phil in the Future.
Yes. Oh, that was a great show. That
It
was
was a good show.
Double Team. That was an
Yeah.
awesome one.
Oh yeah, the basketball one. I
Yes,
think Megan. Oh, okay. I was gonna say Megan was just watching Double Team the other day.
Go Figure. Go Figure was good. Megan, you would probably know this movie.
Max Keeble's Big Move.
Oh, that was good. I talked to somebody
Yeah.
that the other day and they had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, that was a great one. What is the movie where it's like a motocross movie and you probably remember a little bit of it, but it's the sister. She's into motocrossing.
I remember watching this movie. I don't remember what it was called.
But she was, or, her mom was like, no, you don't need to do this. And she wanted to prove to everybody that she can. So, she, pretended to be a guy to get on the motocross team. And like in between this, like there's a love triangle, motocross. That's it.
It's funny. I literally looked it up and it was called Motocross.
I mean, I could not think of it. I was like, motocross. But that was a great one. And I love that one. So, yeah. Loved it. Go figure. Which one did you watch last Sunday?
Double Team.
Double Team. Oh, Disney Plus, I think, has all those. I need to go back and watch them. My mom's date is a vampire. Do you remember that one?
Yes. I don't think I've ever seen Go Figure.
Let me see. Is that one?
It's it's a hockey movie.
Oh, I do remember that movie. Let's see. Go figure. It's the one that I'm thinking of. Okay, I do remember that one a little bit. I do remember that one just a little bit. So, but I do remember that one. Stepsister from Planet Weird. I remember that one. And then there was the one where maybe this was Pixel Perfect. Was it the one where like there's a robot girl, like teenager, and like she like I can't remember it. I'm like drawing a blank, but there's so many.
Pixel Perfect had the guy that played Phil from Phil in the Future.
Yep.
He created a girl.
That's it.
I can't remember if he was like the date or if she was like a singer. I can't remember. There's a lot of like 2000 movies. Bring It On.
Oh, I love Bring It On.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Bring It On, by the way, celebrated 25 years yesterday. What were you gonna say? John something?
John Tucker Must Die.
Oh, such a great one. Did you see that?
Yeah. The first Final Destination came out in 2000.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of 2000. There's one that like Hilary Duff did too with Pitch Perfect Man or something like that. I thought that was pretty good. 13 Going on 30. Have you seen 13 Going on 30?
Yeah.
That was that's just a funny comedy. I love 13 Going on 30. Yeah, there's so many great ones. Like that was another great decade. Talk about 1980s earlier. The 2000s was a great decade for all these movies.
I would say the 2000s is probably about when I really started to get into movies.
Yeah. Like you were saying, Shrek was an awesome one.
Yeah, I mean, I watched like a decent amount of movies as a kid, but I don't think I really like started like loving movies
until you got to that.
Until probably like early 2000s.
Yep. Yeah. That was just a perfect decade for movies, though. Model Behavior I'm sure you haven't seen this movie, but it was like Justin Timberlake was in it. It was like his NSYNC fame, and it was about
does not look familiar.
These two girls that were like in high school. They look like each other, so they swap lives for like a week just to kind of experience like the high school life or the model life. that was one of my favorites. I still love that movie. So that was a great one. But yeah, just a whole bunch of different movies from that time period. I love that decade of movies. So, but yeah, this was fun. We're going on almost an hour.
Yeah.
So
We had that extra topic that we talked about earlier with the comedy movies. But
yes,
I say we just pocket that and then use it later.
I
Because
think so too.
we've killed a good bit of time today.
We did. What's our
sure.
next one? What is our next episode? I think it's Conjuring.
It's Conjuring movies, yeah.
Mm.
Yep. For people watching, I do think we should keep it the original 3 and then maybe a review on the 4th one if we get to go see it.
Yeah.
Which that comes out, I think,
the 5th.
The 5th, yeah. So
5th,
next Friday. Next Friday, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm excited. I love. Well, I interrupted you. I'm bad at that.
Oh, you're good. I just don't want to do like I'll probably still watch The Nun and like Annabelle and stuff. I just don't want to make it too overwhelming for the viewers that want to watch along with us and talk about.
We're just do the main 4, four movies.
Yeah.
So maybe just the main 4 movies, because that's really, I mean, if you think about it, that's how the franchise began and how the story with the Warrens is going to end with Conjuring 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we won't spoil anything about Conjuring 4. Like that one, we'll kind of just give our thoughts without giving spoilers away. But
absolutely,
we watched Conjuring 2 after Witchboard the other day. So
yeah. What movies have you watched since we did our last episode?
Nothing. I have not watched any. I don't think I've watched anything. We
watched. Well, obviously, we watched Witchboard and Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
I watched half of the first Shrek movie.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
I don't think I've watched anything else. I've been watching a lot of TV.
I watch TV. I watch streaming stuff. I've watched TV. Like, I've been like, what did I try to watch something? I almost put on a movie the other night, and I was like, it's like 9 something. I'm getting tired. No. Like, I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep during this movie.
Yeah. And then school started back up for me, so I've just been between that mowing and regular work.
I do want to a lot. Yeah, I do want to watch the American Pie movies though.
Yes,
you watched them, and I want to rewatch them because that's a great little bit of movies. I want to watch comedies. Like I've been in the mood for some comedies. I want to watch a lot of my 80s favorite comedies. Like that's a time period for me that I just love. Even though I was like born in 88, but you know.
I've got the Predator movies that I borrowed from you. I've got those I plan on watching, and then I've got all of the scary movies loaded up.
Oh yes, I do want to rewatch those too. Except for Scary Movie 5, like that one I can bypass. So
I'll probably still rewatch it.
You what?
I'll probably still rewatch it.
I know. I
don't really remember the later ones as much as the older ones, but
the first 3 were the best. Like the first 2 movies, hilarious. So, I am watching TV shows. I'm watching Alien Earth, which I got to watch episode 4. I'm rewatching Friends, which like when I go to bed, I'm like, I need something 30 minutes and just fall asleep to. Mm-hmm. And then I am watching Miss Marvel.
He says that loosely because it's been a month since he started it and he's watched 1 episode.
I don't think it's been a month. It's been like 3 weeks.
Well, it's been like a month.
I know. I told you last week, I was like, I started episode 2. Which is like nothing. It's like 5 minutes into it. So.
Yeah. I've been watching Ted Lasso.
Is that funny?
It's not really funny. It's quirky, I guess.
Yeah.
So for those people watching that don't know what it is, basically it's oh my god, what is that guy's name? I almost said Jason Bateman, but I know that's not right.
Not Jason Bateman. The name is like Jason Sudeikis or something like
yes, Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, he's a football coach, like American football.
Yeah,
with pigskin, and he gets hired by a British soccer team owner to basically she's going through a divorce. The owner of the soccer team, she's going through a divorce with her husband, and he loved the soccer team. So she hires him, thinking he knows nothing about soccer. He's going to run that team into the ground just to piss her husband off. But he's such a positive, upbeat guy that you cannot help but just to love him. Awesome. So the whole movie is just heartwarming, and it's funny in a sense of corny dad jokes and one-liners.
Oh, I love dad jokes.
Yeah. So it's dad jokes and heartwarming. It's the perfect show for me. If it wasn't about sports, that's the only thing that kills me. But honestly, the soccer really is just a reason for them to be there.
Yeah, I do want to see that one. Dad jokes I'm a fan of. I love telling a good dad joke every once in a while.
The first season I think was 8 or 10 episodes, and they're 30-minute episodes. I ended up watching the entire first season in one day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm almost done with season 2.
Yeah. Oh, I am watching Jenny and Georgia. Yeah. So that one I am watching. And I love Jenny and Georgia. Alien Earth is awesome. I've told you about that. That was good. Bummer is they wait a week for every episode, so I gotta wait every week to watch one. So
well, you had I don't know, another TV show to watch in between episodes.
I know. I need to watch Miss Marvel and all these other Marvel shows I gotta watch because you're like, have you watched it? Have you watched any more of it? I'm like, no, sir, I have not.
I think you will like Miss Marvel. I really want you just to watch the last episode because there's something cool and I want to talk to you about it.
Well, I'll watch it this weekend. This weekend, I have 3 days off, sir.
We are off Monday.
I am.
I totally forgot we were off Monday.
I'm dog sitting.
Do they have school on Monday?
I don't know.
Megan, are you still here? Do they have school on Monday?
Megan, we need to know. But I'm going to dig into Miss Marvel this weekend. I'm going to marathon it. Here's the thing. I'm going to marathon it.
I don't fucking believe that.
Give me a Saturday.
I think you'll watch 2 episodes and then watch 15 movies.
All my favorite movies. I'll be posting them on Facebook. You'll be like, what the hell?
You're laughing because you know I'm right.
You probably are right. I tell myself, I'm like, no, I'm going to marathon the whole show. And then I'm going to be like, I watched 2 episodes. Megan says no school. LOL. So
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Look at that. No school. Yeah, I got a 3-day weekend. I know I'm going to go see Jaws Sunday. 50th anniversary.
Yeah, I know Saturday I've got a really busy day, but I don't know about the other 2 days. I forget we're off Monday.
Well, Saturday I'm just gonna chill. That's gonna be my day to chill. So I'm dog sitting too. So, but Jaws I'm seeing on the big screen with or without you Sunday.
All right, sounds good.
So with or without you, there's a song somewhere out there like that. But anyway, this was fun. We did a great job. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Megan. Thank you for stopping in. Juwan, thank you for stopping in. Who else was in the chat?
Ashton for one comment, I think.
Is he sleeping? He's probably sleeping.
Oh yeah, he goes to bed at 8 o'clock. So
he's yeah. I wish I could do that. I can't do that. So
I'm feeling it right now. I'm getting there.
But anyway, we're going to wrap this. TJ, it was great, buddy. I had a fun time.
Absolutely. Also, now that it's getting colder and mowing season is slowing down, I would imagine probably sometime in the next month, I'll probably be, I'm not going to be streaming every night, but I will probably be putting out some more content on that. We've got a bunch of games coming out here the last half of the year.
Yes, cool.
For the people that do play video games, I know Justin doesn't really know much about these. We have Borderlands 4 coming out the middle of next month. We have Dying Light the Beast, which is a zombie game. That's coming out the end of next month. These 2 are personal ones for me, but Digimon and Pokemon both have a new game coming out in October. We have Ghost of Yote coming out in October. Like, the next couple months are loaded with video games. So a couple of those are story games that I think will be fun content to stream. So I will be streaming more. I don't know what platform I will be doing.
Mhm.
I don't really have a big premise on YouTube necessarily, but I am interested in having a premise on YouTube if people wanted to
Mhm.
watch that. I guess they can let us know in the comments if they'd be interested in that. Um,
And by the way, I left your channel down below.
for sure, for
Scream
sure, for sure.
Streams.
Yeah. Yeah, it's spelled just like my username here on the board.
Yeah.
Also, I've been talking to Ethan Neese, who was in
Mhm.
a couple. He
Yep.
tuned into a couple of episodes. He
What's up,
streams
Ethan?
on Twitch, and his username is Easiest of Ease with Z's instead of S's.
Mhm.
Um, he streams on Twitch. He plays a lot of Minecraft, which I'm not interested in, and Marvel Rivals, which I do play a little bit of every now and then. I've been talking to him about doing some co-streams on Twitch,
Yeah.
so you might see me pop on every now and then on there. Um, but yeah, I'm open to streaming on YouTube. I'll probably do a couple streams on Facebook, which is where I started at.
Mhm.
Maybe some on Kick. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you're interested in me doing YouTube, let me know. Because
Say yes.
I would like to get a good idea of what platform I'm going to play each game on before the games come
Mhm.
out. The first one being Borderlands 4. I
Wow.
will tell you, I'll probably be playing Borderlands 4 with my buddy Travis, who is also a Twitch streamer, and then my buddy Cody. And when the three of us get in a party, I mean, Borderlands is a very raunchy comedic game anyway. So between that and just our banter, I think it'll be a really fun uh, recipe for good content. So
Which again, Scream Streams.
yeah.
Down below, go subscribe and definitely watch the
Yeah.
videos.
And I would
But
imagine too. I probably won't do much streaming during the weekdays unless it's like Marvel Rivals or something. It'll probably be more of a weekend thing.
weekend thing. Yeah.
But yeah,
I have episode 3 of Scream Gay Horror Saturday night.
yeah.
And me and my co-host over there, Todd, are going to be talking about 90s thrillers. So Fear, and we're going to talk about Swim Fan, which is 2000s, like all those like fun 90s thrillers. We're going to talk about that. The gayest of all gays on Saturday night. The gayest of all gays.
I've not seen either of those movies you just announced.
Oh my goodness. Fear with Mark Wahlberg, you need to watch it because it is like before he got rid of his accent, like his Boston accent.
Yeah.
Like it is still there. You would really like that movie. It is a great movie. There is one moment in the
So
film.
young.
I know, but it was a Reese Witherspoon. But there's a lot of 90s Poison Ivy, The Crush with Alicia Silverstone. So we're going to be talking about all of that stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm also filming my 4K Blu-ray collection videos, which takes like an hour and a half to like film the videos. Like it's 40 minutes long, but like I'm like pulling each movie off the shelf and like showing the cases. So I'm in the process of doing that. And then October season's coming up, so I'm gonna have a lot of spooky videos. And then Scarefest in
Scarefest,
October.
yes.
We're both
Yeah, I think
going.
we were both going. I think it would be cool. Maybe just to do a couple shorts or something whilst we're up
I think
there.
so too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be pretty fun.
And do some shorts.
Get Lewis and Megan involved.
That's right. That's right.
I'm trying to talk Megan into doing a couples cosplay with me. Well, we'll see how it goes. I've mentioned
Okay.
it to her. She didn't really give me an answer.
Yeah,
She's not really a center of attention type of person, so
I'm not either.
yeah.
I have a hard time with it. Like right now I'm bubbly. I'm like, look at me, I'm here.
Yeah.
So I interrupted you. I'm really bad with that.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. But when I first meet a person, like if I'm in a crowd of people, I'm like quiet, like smiling, nice and everything. But then I'm like, if you know me and you get to know me, I'm like singing songs like we were today at work. I was like had a whole concert going on. So yeah, I'm like, hello world, it's me. Da, 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 da. But anyway, And then I do want to like make, like you said, make shorts for Scarefest, and we'll post them on our YouTube channel, the Double Edge Cinema Podcast, which go subscribe down below. So anyway, don't want to ramble too much longer, but it was a great show. I had fun. Thank you, TJ, once again.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a blast. So, but I hope you all have a good night. Have a great week. In a couple weeks, we'll be back Wednesday night, 9:30, and we're going to be talking about Conjuring. And that's going to be perfect because we're diving into fall spooky season.
Yeah. I imagine we'll have a lot of horror streams. Yeah, and just to give the next couple of movies we'll be talking about, we said we were going to start doing that just to give people a heads up.
Yeah.
So we've got the Conjuring next session, which is on 9/10. On 9/24, we have the Twilight movies we're going to be going over. On 10/8, we're going to be doing Strangers Chapter 2, probably talking about the other Strangers movies. I need to rewatch Strangers Chapter 1. And then at the end of October, we have Tron Ares and then Black Phone 2, and then we'll be talking about our favorite horror movies.
Yay.
And then we have a surprise too, but we'll get into that a little closer.
A little later on. A little lighter. So, but we got some fun stuff, guys, ladies, gentlemen, everybody out there. We have a lot of fun stuff coming. I'm so excited. I love doing this stuff with TJ. You know, the great thing about coming to where I work now with TJ is I have a movie buddy that I can talk to about this stuff. And this was TJ. I want to give a shout out to this guy here because you were the one that like thought about this whole streaming series. So
I kind of mentioned just kind of doing like a guest thing, and then everybody else was like, "Oh, you guys need to do this." So
yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm happy I get to do this with you every couple of weeks.
It's been fun. It's been fun for sure.
All right, everybody. It's getting late. I hope everybody has a great night, great evening, wherever you are. If you're watching the playback, thank you so much. If you watched the live, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining the comments. And please like this, comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Much love to you all. And as always, awkward 5-second thing before we end the stream, but I love you all. You all are amazing. So.